got a really nice buffalo mozzarella for the vegetarian starter this week. So here's your buffalo mozzarella. Most importantly, either room temperature if you're not going to put it under the grill. But what I like to do is simply just get your whole mozzarella like so, and then where it's sort of flatter, get in there, not with a knife. You don't want like a cut surface because it just looks too kind of commercial, as it were. You want that really nice tear of the mozzarella. So in we go, just going to tear that right the way through, and then you end up with that beautiful texture. Look at that, lovely. So little rinse, and then what I'm going to do, get some rapeseed oil just on the top. That's going under the grill. Not long. We're not melting the cheese here or cooking it or anything like that. We're just warming it up, and that's going to soften it right down. Then in here you see I've got my salad, pea shoots, some peas, some sugar snap peas, loads of freshness going on in there. Good bit of molten salt, don't be surprised by the amount. And some of your lemon dressing. This is Amalfi lemon dressing. Again, get quite a bit in there. And then just with a spoon, just work that in to the actual peas, sugar snaps. That's making sure they're lovely and dressed, they're all nice and shiny. Give the pea shoots a little dress as well. Then get your plate. I'm going to get my peas. Keep an eye on your mozzarella as well, of course. You don't want that to melt. Just watching that, it's all good. If a little bit of the milk comes out, don't worry about that. But just give it a little warm. So, peas, beautiful white plate to really kind of show off those stunners. Then I'm going to get some of my sugar snaps. And again, you can present these however you like, but again, I like to get a few of them. Just sort of separate them out. You could use a knife, completely up to you. A few of them on whole. We've just blanched them like very, very quickly. They've still got that lovely crunch on there. So, a few more going on. You can already see it's looking fresh as anything. A few pea shoots, like so. There we go. Right, let's get our mozzarella. So, out it comes. See? So it's not melted. That's just started to soften. At this stage, I'm going to take a bit of molten salt, little light season of the mozzarella, and then really, really carefully put those pieces right in there. Get a little bit of that milk that's come out as well. That will form a lovely dressing, as well as a lemon. Then I'm just going to get my pea shoots, a few left. Let's get a little pile. Don't cover that mozzarella up, but so you can see the white, everything going on. Last few pea shoots, sorry, last few sugar snaps. Get one in there so you can see all those peas. Then final bit of lemon dressing over the top. Rapeseed oil, not olive oil. Look at that. Look at the colour you get from it. Beautiful yellow, nutty flavour, delicious. And that's it. Simple starter, stunning flavour, vegetarian course, buffalo mozzarella, peas, sugar snaps, and that lemon dressing. I'm going to show you how to do the Tarte Fine of tomatoes now. So this is local Isle of Wight tomatoes. Then we've got a little puff pastry bakes. We've got a nice cheesy polenta that's on there. So that's going to go in the oven for about 15 minutes, just until that cheese is melted and of course all the polenta and pastry is nice and hot. So let's get that going in there. And then my garnishes, I've got this little tomato fondue, so nice thick reduced tomato fondue. That's just going to go on the stove, just close to when the tart's going to come out. Warm that back up, and then you've got your little piping bags here, biodegradable piping bags, of course, they're compostable. This has got green barn goat's cheese in there, so whipped up green barn goat's cheese, a touch of whey. That's just going to get the top cut off the piping bag, and then we're going to pipe that on top of the tart. And then here we've got this lovely rocket and lemon salsa, so that's in there again, cut the top off, and when our tart comes out, I'll show you how to build this all together. So out comes my tart tomatoes, lovely and glazed. Look at that, beautiful. Get your plate all heated up, and then my fondue, as I said, I've just warmed that up. So if it's a bit too thick, add a tiny bit of water to it, but you want it nice consistency. There you go. This is a few spoonfuls of this in the centre of your plate. And this is just going to blend with that pastry on the bottom of the tart. Absolutely lovely. So we'll have crisp pastry, this rich tomato fondue. So I'm just going to put a little bit of sauce. You won't see that as the tart goes on. Just before I put the tart on the plate, let's lift it off. Be careful of that really hot tray. Just move that out of the way. A little bit of an adjust of the tomatoes if you need to, just where they might have moved slightly, but just rearrange them, make them all look beautiful. There we go. And then goat's cheese. This is green barn goat's cheese. I'm just going to pipe some lovely little piles of that. Not too much, just a little bit. There we go. And then just leaves our little salsa. So this is our rocket and lemon salsa. And again, I'm just going to kind of pipe it in different spots to the goat's cheese, so you've got a lovely, all those colours pop in, the red, the white goat's cheese, that green, look at that, and you see it, all of a sudden it really comes to life. There we go. Tiny bit of salt, just a tiny bit. Those tomatoes are super sweet. Let's get ready to plate it. On we go. And look at that. So simple, so tasty. Let's get to the table. Let's dive into this tomato tart. Up next, we've got a lovely little Sablé biscuit with a natural yogurt mousse just on the top. So really fine Sablé. Have that on your tray. Then get your mousse straight out of the fridge. So obviously it will soften up quite quickly. Get that just onto your biscuit. Look at how delicate that is. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get rid of the paper. So you can leave that just there. Then what you want to do, take your red fruits. I'm just going to kind of cut a few of them down to quarters, some halves. Raspberries I'm going to leave whole. Then get your lovely little jus de fraise. So this is a juice of strawberries, touch of icing sugar in there. Basically cook it very slowly over a pan of simmering water, and then we hang it up in a muslin cloth, and you get this amazing little juice come out the bottom. So you've got that juice in there, touch of Sauternes in there, and then we've got lovely little cubes of Sauternes jelly on the top. So what we'll do, just dress that over nicely. Take your Sablé biscuit onto your plate, and then we'll start to build it. So drain them off slightly as you go, and then you just want to place them on nice and carefully. Again, play a little bit with how it looks as you go around, and you can get obviously lots of fruits on there, but you want them of course to all stay on. So plenty more raspberries to go. Keep building it up. And that stock of that Sauternes and strawberries of course makes them all lovely and shiny. So you see I'm being very delicate as we plate them. Have a little strawberry, I think we're all good. Then just empty your little cubes of Sauternes jelly, that lovely dessert wine. And then I'm just gonna just let them sit in place just on the top, like so. They're almost little jewels on the top of your mousse. Try and sort of place them where they'll stay locked in, because obviously a little bit slippery. So I'm going to get as many as I can on that. Beautiful. And then finish off, sharp knife, nice and dry. Put your mint leaves together. Just chop through the mint. Nice little rocking motion. And then tiniest bit of mint, just for that fresh kick on the top as well. And strawberries, mint, Sauternes, it's all going lovely together. And that is it. That's my summary dish of sablé biscuit on the bottom, natural yogurt mousse, lovely acidity, red fruits, Sauternes jelly.